and they're there holding up the line, knowing that, you know what, this bitch is probably so fat anyway, I can't tell if she's pregnant for real, potentially, and or she just had a really good time last night at the Chinese buffet around the corner. Who the fuck knows anymore at this point with these bitches? I'm just saying, why make it more expensive for making it more easier for us to understand now? Pregnant? Not pregnant. That's the scary part. Boo! Yeah, I know. It's just me. Where's the costume, you're asking? Scratching your head, probably. I got a lot of head to scratch now, considering I'm bald. But guess what? I'm pale enough, I got bushy eyebrows enough, and my teeth are yellow enough to be frightening as is. Having to deal with looking at me right here, center focus off the side, whatever, whatever. But for the sake of the background, green screen I'm doing right now, happy Halloween, better yet said. If I didn't say that already, I forgot. I'm old, I forget these things very easily. I figured we'd close out strong, you could say, but also strongly concerned, better yet said. Pregnancy is something that scares, I would say, just about every man. Now, scared is the term I use loosely as far as males are concerned, men or those that identify as men too. But fathers to be expecting, of course. Pleasant surprise, good scared. Unpleasant surprise, unexpected surprise, oh my God, that was one time, one night, however many months ago, bad scared. Fearing for your life, child support and alimony up until you're 18. I mean, just ask 50 Cent his whole ordeal with, I'm guessing that's his oldest kid, Marquez, that he's dealing with, like his little fucking twin basically, and he's like being a grown man child demanding for like more than $600-700 a month because that's not enough to live in New York City, which is absolutely false. Like, you do the quick math, $600-700 a month times 10 months, because I like to make it easy, my math at least. What is it, is that 67,000? Yeah, 67,000 plus 2 more times that payment. It's like just short of 80,000. Let's say between 75, 80,000. That is plenty enough to live by in whatever fucking affordable, reasonably priced to rent apartment, studio, whatever you got in mind. You're fucking, as they say, chilling off of that pay. He wants to live in the lap of luxury in New York, which is a whole different story. So, of course, that's not going to get you shit, especially if you're trying to live, like, let's say, Midtown, by, the big touristy spots and all that, or God forbid you want to live near Central Park, which is like, forget that completely. There's no way, unless you want to live or officially lease out a cardboard box, like on a street corner, but that cardboard box can't even be new. It's got to be, like, rain damaged and pissed on and a little bit of shit lingering around. You might get that for the cheap, but I digress. Point is, getting pregnant, that's scary. Even for me, I'm 3 years shy of 40. I'm still scared of when, to be honest, and don't tell her, my girlfriend, if she ever comes to me, a girlfriend of 6 years, mind you, almost 6 years now, comes back to me and says, I'm pregnant, or gets one of these, right? I'm going to shit myself. Out of like, I don't consider myself to be a man child, or I am fairly immature, I'll admit that. But it's a new whole fucking chapter of life. Really, it's a circle of life. You think about it. You're bringing someone else into this world. But the scary part is, forget all that, because honestly, I am looking forward to eventually being a father. There's no problem there. But the thing is, though, what most concerns me is that nowadays, besides, the fear of how much more severely stupid and or concerning, alarming, these gender reveal parties are going to be, what's besides the gender reveal parties, how elaborate and or more for the parents than it is for the sake of a baby on the way. These baby showers are going to get too, how much more money they're going to pump into that shit. We're at the point now where the gender reveal parties, the baby showers, babies coming up soon, just TBD as far as the birthday is concerned, as much as doctors like to play the guessing game with like, when exactly now, within the hour range, your baby, he, she, it is going to be born. Fuck that. We got California forest fires growing worse year in, year out because of these fucking elaborate ass baby showers and gender reveal parties and all that too. But as far as I remember, pregnancy tests have never been this easy to read and or comprehend. Literally, look at this. Pregnant, not pregnant. And it's also on the fucking stick as soon as you take a piss on it. Pregnant, not pregnant. Simple enough. What's the fear in that? The scary part is, we've had to live till this point in our life, 2022, the year to be exact, where now they need to charge you more to have this simplicity, this luxury afforded to you. An easy to read pregnancy test. Now, I'm not going to admit or potentially expose myself of how stupid I may be for not being able to immediately identify, the pregnancy test otherwise that we've had forever in the day. 1 strip, 2 strip, pink, blue, whatever. I always thought the pink and the blue meant, oh, you're having a boy or a girl. And then I'd always wonder, scratch my head, like, how did it work that quick? But then again, this probably just proving how stupid and out of touch I am with, like, the concept of potentially ever being a father. So God forbid I'm a father, maybe. Better yet said in my case. But I do hope to be one day. But why do we have to wait all this time till now to get the ease, the comfort of being able to read on the stick? You piss on it, right here, results in just 3 minutes, over 99% accurate. So instead of them saying 100 and then having lawsuits coming after them, whatever brand this was that made this, easy to read ass, my first pregnancy test because I'm an idiot otherwise, at the risk of them getting sued for saying 100% accurate all the fucking time. Well, there's the risk of it not being right, so they got to put that for legalities and shit too. Why do we have to wait till now to get the easy to read, pregnant, not pregnant, pregnancy stick test at our predisposal? Why? Why do we got to wait till now to do that? Before you had to read the box, you had to make sure, you had to go to the pharmacy, run back and see, do the other boxes have a similar enough stripe or the same elaborate system of 1 stripe, 2 stripe, red stripe, no stripe, whatever, to see if this bitch got knocked up or not, because then I got to run back anyway and get the Plan B pill if I don't want it now, or then we got to sit down and talk it out to see if we're going to have it or if it's in, within our price range budget to have it too. There's a coworker of mine at work who's like on baby number 6. I lost count. Baby number 6 or 5 at this point now, year after year. So they're probably buying into this shit. And I guess hopefully by baby number 4 or 5, she had this afforded to her to just know right away, even though I'm guessing if you've been pregnant 4 or 5 times already, by the 6th time, your body will just tell you, hey, I'm pregnant, by the way. No need for a test to know that shit too. Also, I think they got a whole thing with religion involved where they don't believe in contraception and or, birth control, better yet said. So I can't blame that guy for getting as horny as he does, the husband of this coworker I'm talking about. I can't blame him for getting horny as he does because she is a piece of ass, rightfully so. And every time he fucks, literally, it costs him a whole nother, reconsidering divorcing this bitch because all she is pretty much is like a human puppy mill at this point. No disrespect, of course, to those that have like 4 or 5, 6, 7, 10 babies or whatever too as well. Nothing implied there. But I mean to say, I think honestly at this point, she's doing it just to get that maternal leave time as far as, now they're able to flex it on you because, oh, well, I'm pregnant, I'm about to deliver, so the day of comes, I deliver, and I'm going to take 6 weeks off. But now they give you the luxury of being like, I'll take 6 weeks now, I'll work for like a month or 2, and then, hey guys, I'll be back in another month or so because I'll be off for another 4 weeks. Because, again, I got pregnant, I just had a baby, etc., whatever. That's fine and dandy, but I don't know why we had to wait till now. And the worst thing is, too, these are more expensive than your plain Jane, old-fashioned, reliable fucking, 2 strip, 1 strip, 3 strip, no strip, whatever, or most likely you strip too long and eventually you got one guy too hard, he bust, early enough where it seeped into your pussy and then now you got a baby and you're still stripping. I digress. The worst part is these cost more than your plain Jane ass test. Why? I don't get it. Because, is it more proven? Well, you got to pay for the fact that you're dumb and you can't read a simple couple of strips to determine whether or not you may or may not be pregnant. So to make it easier for you at the expense of having to put ink and or whatever goes into these specific test strips to say pregnant and or not pregnant based off your piss, well, you got to pay for the science in that case too. Meanwhile, already, half the bitches, if not most of the bitches, and I use that term loosely, but specifically in this case only, not to say all women are bitches, I'm not saying that, but in these cases, these bitches that are most likely the ones to shell out the extra, $3-4 I think it was, for these specific kind of tests, are the ones that are going to be irate and holding up the lines because either their Medicaid, their benefits, or their food stamps ain't going to cover these pregnancy tests, or worse, their insurance won't even fucking bother. Immediately it's a red flag, rejection, whatever. And they're there holding up the line, knowing that, this bitch is probably so fat anyway, I can't tell if she's pregnant for real, potentially, and or she just had a really good time last night at the Chinese buffet around the corner. Who the fuck knows anymore at this point with these bitches? I'm just saying, why make it more expensive for making it more easier for us to understand now? Pregnant, not pregnant. That's the scary part. That's what I'm concerned about. That's what's got me so alarmed to potentially be a father, because then I'm going to be the one knowing my luck and knowing how I am, how forgetful I am, even at this fairly young in spirit age that I am right now. I'm going to go and grab one of these after I go and grab the strip test to make sure pregnant, not pregnant. Oops, I can't really understand this, read this. I'm going to run back, grab this one, pregnant, not pregnant, piss again. Okay, great, you're pregnant, but now, at this point now I think, we talked, so maybe I won't necessarily grab the Plan B pill, whatever. I digress. That's, a whole nother conversation for another day, but I'm just saying, the scary part, in the essence of the spooky season upon us now, this is what we've come to. Pay more for the sake of being clear, for being able to clearly see, I pissed, what's the result? I'm still scratching my head. Is this thing sure and or positive? That's just what it is right now. I mean, you can literally go to the prenatal doctor. They could tell you, he, she, them, whatever, can tell you, hey, pre-existing conditions, or expect this coming up soon when the baby finally debuts. Season 1 of many, of course, never-ending chapter of that life story. That's a whole nother headache. That's a whole nother thing. But this is scary enough. Look, you got to pay more for the sake of clarity, just to be sure. One time, that's it. And then you're mad afterwards if you get the non-pregnant clearly put on that fucking stick you pissed on. Then it's like, well, I did have to pay more, but at least now we're sure. Nothing to be worried about. No need to fucking run out to Babies R Us if that's still a thing, or wherever you get your baby stuff from, stock and supplied, and have to shell out all the money for the crib and this and that and the other two, whatever. It doesn't matter. Easy to read pregnancy tests, of all things, are costing us more than it probably should, but then again, most likely the ones that are going to be running to get these are going to be bitching about not having it covered, not having it afforded to them because they're pregnant. Everybody's pregnant, everybody's special, whatever.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.